today we will start our lesson with a video, and then we will go on a listening exercise. Now you will watch a video. It is about playing with maths, and then you will answer the question in exercise 4 and 5. Now let's watch it.
Playing with maths. A lot of students think maths is difficult. It's often a love or hate subject. But we use maths all the time to measure distance, design artwork, go shopping, and use a computer. But if we didn't study maths at school, we wouldn't be able to do any of those things.
Today we're going to play a game that's going to give you a chance to practice adding fractions. And you've used this model of the clock before, and this game is going to use the model of the clock as well.
So the students get into groups to play and to learn fractions. These students are using art to learn maths. In this way, they can see maths in the world around them, even on a quilt. The teacher gives the students 2 questions to think about during the class.
The first is, how do artists use geometry? And the second is, why do artists use geometry?
So the students describe the geometric shapes they see in the quilt. Then they find geometric shapes in different pieces of art. Now it's the students' turn to be the teacher. They write about what they've learned. And then they stand up and teach their classmates. It's a great way to make maths interesting and fun.
Okay, now we will go on with exercise 4. We complete the sentences. And then the first one, students either love or what about maths? Love or hate? The answer is hate. And then second one, we use maths to measure distance, design artwork, go shopping, and what? And use a computer. And then 3, students get into groups to learn about what? To learn about fractions. Fractions means kesirli sayılar. And then 4, students do blah blah to learn about shapes in maths. Do what? Do art. And then 5, the students find geometric shapes in different what? Different pieces of art. And then the last one, learning maths this way is interesting and fun. Now check your answer. Then we will go on another activity. Our page is 80 on your student's book. Now, exercise 5, test your visual memory about what students do. Are the sentences true or false? Okay. The first sentence, there is a student running in a race at the start. True or false? Yes, it's true. And then 2. The first groups of students do the fractions game in pairs. The first groups of the students or all the students, all of them. This is false. The students in the art or maths class sit on chairs in front of the teacher. Sit on chairs or sit on the floor, yerde. Or sit on chairs, sandalyede. It is false because they sit on the floor in front of the teacher. And then 4. The students have to discover geometry in art. Yes, it's true. And then they write down a list of different shapes on the board. They mean students. No, it's written there when students came to class. And then this is false. Okay, check your answer. Now we will go on with another listening activity. Now page 81 and then we will do exercise 2 and 3. Before it you will listen a story, a success story about Singapore. A success story means başarı hikayesi. And then you will answer the question in exercise 2. What is it? What's the main focus of the article? Article means reading part. Bu reading'teki, article'daki ana konu nedir? Main focus of the article. And then in exercise 3 we will answer the question about the reading part. Now let's start to listen.
CD 2, track 31. Listen to the article.
And I make you a reminder while you are listening the reading part, you take your book, open page 80 and follow the sentences.
Singapore, a success story. Singapore is a fascinating place. It's a giant floating city 130 kilometers north of the equator. The city has 4 official languages: Chinese, Malay, Tamil, and English. English is the language everyone uses for official business, and all the schools teach English. Singapore is one of the smallest countries in the world, but it is also one of the richest. For years, it has been famous for its high level of education, and it's the #1 country in the world for teaching maths. Most people think that Asian schools in general are very strict. Is this the secret of Singapore's great success too? Not at all. If you walked into a maths class in a primary school in Singapore, you'd be surprised by how active and noisy it was. You wouldn't see children sitting quietly in their chairs, watching their teacher at the board and writing out sums in their notebooks. You would see a lot of activity and hear a lot of noise. School starts at the age of 7 in Singapore. The maths program starts very slowly, and the younger children spend a lot of time on the first steps. They use everyday objects, like beans and fruit, to feel and see the basic ideas. They don't copy from the board or do exercises in their books. They pick maths up through playing. By sharing objects with friends, they find out about division. By building towers with blocks, they learn addition. It looks like the children are simply playing, but they're not. They're working out the answers to complex problems in a fun and interesting way. Would this system work if it was taught in your country? A lot of schools around the world have tried it out. The UK, for example, and the USA. And it's been a great success. Fact. The largest maths class was given in Nigeria in July 2013, with 2,381 people in the class.
Okay, now we will go on with exercise 2. And what's the question? What's the main focus of the article? The main focus is the article is any way of teaching an old subject. The answer is C. And now we will go on with exercise 3 and then answer the question. First question is, where is Singapore? And where is it? Did you remember it? And let's look at the answer. It's 130 kilometers north of the equator. And this is the answer. And it's written here. And then what is special about the country? Special means özel, has. And did you remember it? What is it? And yes, look at the answer. It's one of the smallest countries in the world. The smallest countries, dünyadaki en küçük ülkelerden biri. But it's also one of the richest. Ayrıca en zenginlerinden biri. The richest and the smallest one. Okay. And question 3. Is the Singapore approach to teaching maths a traditional Asian approach? Approach means yaklaşım. Matematik öğrenme yaklaşımı. A traditional Asian approach. Geleneksel Asya yaklaşımı mıdır? In this country, Singapore. Yes or no? No. No, it isn't. Okay, the answer is, look one more time, the question 3 is no, it isn't. And question 4, at what age do children start school in Singapore? What age? And let's look at the answer. At the age of 7. Now, 5. How do children learn basic ideas in maths, the Singapore? Basic ideas, matematikteki ana konuları, ana fikirleri. Nasıl öğrendikleri? Did you remember it? And let's look at it. They use everyday objects to feel and see the basic ideas. And the last question, which countries have adopted the Singapore approach? Adopted means benimsemek. Neyi benimseyen ülkeler? Singapore approach. And the answer is, what is it? The UK and the USA. Now, one more time, you look at the answer and then check your answer. Okay, now we will go on another activity. Exercise 4, phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs forms two words. Phrasal verb'ler iki kelimeden oluşur İngilizce'de. Bu kelimelerden biri fiildir, like pick. Diğeri de up dediğimiz propositionlardır. Pick up, find out, write out, work out, try out. Okay, now we will learn its meaning now. Now, the first one is write something again more completely. Bir şeyi tamamen tekrar yazmak. What is it? Which phrasal verb? Yes, write out. And then do the calculation to find an answer to maths problems. Hesaplama yapmak. Matematik probleminde cevabı bulmak için to find an answer to math problem, do the calculation. Calculation means hesaplama yapmak. Which one is it? Yes, work out. Learn something new. Yeni bir şey öğrenmek. What is it? Try out, find out, pick up. This is, yes, pick up. Pick something up. Yeni bir şey öğrenmek, yeni bir konu, yeni bir çalışma. Yes. Test something to see if it works. Bir şeyin çalışıp çalışmadığını test etmek. Try out or find out. Which one? Yes. Is it? Try out, and the last one, get information about something or learn about it. Bilgi edinmek ya da onun hakkında bir şey öğrenmek. Find out. Yes. Now, check your answer one more time. Okay. That's enough today. See you next lesson.